Okay. Today, what we are going to see. Today,
Mm-hmm.
we will see how to write query and how to, basically HQL. How to write HQL query and how to use it. That is one. That is one. One example. And the second example is like how to write criteria. So, if you are writing
Okay.
query, means you have to apply the conditions and you have to give the value.
Mm.
The same way we can able to write the query and in another way by using the criteria.
Okay.
So basically we have almost five to six examples for query and criteria. So we will see that criteria, query, and how to write query and how to pass the inputs. Basically how to apply the conditions and how to pass the inputs for that conditions, and in another way how to write query and how to apply the conditions like ascending order, descending order, where, such kind of things. Okay.
Okay.
And how to add the values. Thus that we will see, so that we know like everything, like how to insert the data, how to read the data, how to update, delete, how to retrieve the data by applying the conditions. This is also
Okay.
one of the very important when you are feature in Hibernate.
Okay.
This HQL
Yeah,
and criteria.
I didn't get last week's. Last class's recording, by the way.
Oh, you did get
Uh,
last video?
Last
Oh,
video.
oh,
No,
fine.
when the client go, right?
Yes, that day I didn't send why, because 1 hour power was not there. So I didn't download the video.
Oh.
After that I forgot completely. So I will send today to get that you good you remember, otherwise
Okay.
I forgot completely. The day, but
Okay.
1 hour
No.
power is not there. So the video was not downloaded. So I will download today and I will send it again back.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
fine, yeah. No problem. I will send two videos together.
Okay.
Okay. Now first we will see the basic files.
Mm-hmm.
First I have written a student file. Student is same the previous example whatever we used, right? Like student ID, student name,
Mm-hmm.
address and course ID.
Okay.
Student ID, student name, address and course ID. So these are the fields, and so here we have a composite key that we saw last time. So composite key and all we need to care when we are trying to insert the data. Now we are not inserting the data here, just we are trying to retrieve the data.
Mm-hmm.
So that time HVM file, you no need to care about HVM file whether it is composite key or not. We are not inserting that. Blindly we are trying to retrieve the data. So here also we have student ID, course ID, student name and address. Four fields is there.
Okay.
And table name is student.
Yes.
Okay. And now at HVM and CFG file there is no change.
Okay.
Only one student, only one HBM file is there. So only one HBM file you have to register here.
Okay.
And now main point is there in under our manager.xml, sorry, manager.java. So here write this configuration, session factory, session, these are the same, there is no difference.
Mm-hmm.
Till session, till transaction, there is no difference, just we are trying to get the transaction and session. So after that,
Okay.
now we have we have to write the HQL query.
Mm.
So I have to write the query in this way, like a string HQL equal to from and Java file name. So here directly we will never refer the table names from table column names. Why? Because we are not dealing with the table from Java side. We are dealing with only Java class. That's what we used to say.
So,
Object, yeah,
yeah, SQL means Hibernate query language,
query
is it?
language. Yes, yes, yes. This is not
Okay.
a normal query. This is a Hibernate query. So normal query
Mm.
means we will refer the database table names. So but here I am not
Mm-hmm.
referring the database table name. It is not a database table name. It is a POSO class student. We need to refer
Mm-hmm.
only this class and these fields.
Okay.
We are not interacting directly with the table. We are interacting
Mm-hmm.
with the student class, So student class we have already registered in your HBM file.
Mm-hmm.
Corresponding student table is student. So that will be taken care. You don't care about what is the database column name, what is the database table
Mm-hmm.
name, and all. You no need to care. Just you need to concentrate on only your HBM file name, student class.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So how the student class is mapping to the corresponding student table, column names, and all that will take care by, this ORM framework. So that
Okay.
is what we used to call this one as a object relational mapping. So because just we are dealing with here to object, we are not dealing with directly with that SQL table.
Okay.
Okay, select. So here from and student table. So this is
Mm-hmm.
alias name. If you want, you can give. Otherwise, you can ignore as.
Okay.
So alias name. What is the purpose of this alias name? Say for instance, this poser class is too big. The name is too lengthy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, if you want to refer this one in somewhere, so you can give some nickname or alias name. So that whenever if
Okay.
you need to refer the student, just yes, no need to refer student. Just yes means student.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Mm-hmm.
way, if you want, you can give any alias name. You can give this one as a yes. Otherwise, you can ignore. No issue.
Mm-hmm.
Just for our understanding purpose, I'm giving this example as yes. Okay.
Mm.
Query.
Okay.
This is a query. Now we have to execute the query. Correct.
Yes.
This is a simple query. We are in a starting stage, so that's what I have written, a very simple query. Just here, basically, I am not applying any condition blindly. I am trying to retrieve all the records from student table.
Okay.
Okay, we have a session, create query, and pass the HQL.
Okay.
And it will return the query object. From the query, you can call the list. So list, you will get a
Mm-hmm.
list. List is of type student.
Mm.
So here either you can typecast to student, or by default inside the list you have only student objects. So you are trying to retrieve
Mm.
data from the student table. Inside the student table you have student records, correct? So you will get a
Mm-hmm.
list, and inside the list you have a students table, student
Okay.
object. Okay, and if you want
Okay.
to see this how many records is there, what is the values, just print the list. Inside the list we have a student object, and I already overridden the toString method inside the student object.
Mm.
So if you go down,
Okay.
so I have already overridden the toString method. So whenever you are trying to print the student object, you will not see student at the rate of hexadecimal number. You will see values.
Okay.
So because I have overridden the toString method. Okay, now let me open the database and we will see how many records is there under the student table. What is this? Yes. So these are the student table. Right now we have 6 records. Student ID,
Okay.
course ID, and
Mm-hmm.
student name and student address.
Okay.
Okay, now go back to the Java class. So now, just I am now here, right? I am not applying any condition. Just blindly I am trying to retrieve all the records from student,
Okay.
and I'm executing the results. I'm printing the results. Now let me
Okay.
run it, and we will see how many records we will get. See here. So this is the student table. So this is the first student.
Mm-hmm.
Student ID, money. This is the first student, correct? 103.
Yes.
And this is the second student.
Yes.
And we have so many other students. So and this is the third student.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth, fifth,
Yes.
and this is the sixth student.
Okay.
So this way we can able to retrieve all the students, I mean all the records. If you are not applying any condition, blindly it will take all the students, I mean all the records.
Okay.
Okay, let me comment out and we will see another query like how to apply the conditions. Instead of
Mm-hmm.
retrieving all the records, so we will apply some condition and we will try to retrieve some records. So if you see the second example also here from student as yes. So here I am trying to apply
Mm-hmm.
some condition.
Mm-hmm.
So here I am trying to apply some condition. So I am trying to give the input as one of the student ID. I want to retrieve one particular student ID records.
Mm-hmm. Why is that query crossed?
So, yeah, I will tell you that one. Let me
Okay.
just arrange it. Yeah. So here right from student as yes, where inside the student class we have a student ID field, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the student ID. So basically here, right,
Yes.
I want to apply the student ID. I want to give one student ID and I want to retrieve that particular student records only, correct? So this is the Java
Okay.
class field name. And here,
Mm-hmm.
right, I have to give the input, correct?
Yes.
So that
Yes.
input name I'm considering as a SID. You can give X here and X.
Okay.
X
Okay.
means indirectly we are referring here is a variable and here we are giving a value.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it right now? So like that you can
Yes. Yes.
apply n number of conditions where student ID equal to yes and name, course ID is like that you can apply so many conditions. So right now I'm trying to
Okay.
review student ID equal to 103 value. What is the student ID 103? So student ID, how many records is there? 2 records is there.
Yes.
So okay, let me run it and we will see whether we can able to get the records or not. And whenever we have a query object, for this query you have to set the parameter, the field name whatever you are setting here and corresponding value.
Okay.
Now let me run it. And if you see here how many records you retrieved, student ID 103, student ID
Mm-hmm.
102 records.
Okay.
So this is the way to apply the condition. One simple condition. This is a simple plain query without having any condition, and this is a query which is having one condition.
Okay. Okay. So, what was that query cancelled again? The cross
Cross X, this one
second
you're asking.
line.
So yeah, this is the one,
Second
right?
line.
Yeah. So this is the one is a poser class name, student ID.
Yeah.
For
No,
this
no,
one,
I'm not talking about that.
that's what.
Uh,
And this one, right?
the
We have
next
to,
line.
yeah, this one we have to give the input. So for this one, this is the parameter. One of the parameter we are defining just to
Mhm.
pass the input. It's a dummy variable.
Okay.
So here we have to give the dummy variable and assign the value that dummy variable we are using here.
Got it. Got
Set
it.
parameter. It's a dummy variable.
Okay. On the second line, right? Now, just under where it says query is equal to session dot create query,
Query
you
equal
know,
to yes
yeah,
session dot query.
yeah,
Okay. Uh-huh.
yes. Right before that query is equal to, there is another query which is crossed.
This one you're asking?
No, no, no. You
Oh,
see
this
in the
one.
yeah.
It's a line.
Mhm.
It's a line you're asking.
Yes, yes.
So what is that
Uh-huh.
line? Hibernate people or any software, not only Hibernate, any version, right? So they will maintain a
Mhm.
versions. Correct? JDK 1.5678. Correct?
Yes. Mhm.
What it will do, I think might be I told you as part of JDK. So first we have 1.JDK 1.4. Correct?
Yes, yes.
After that
Yes.
1.5. After that 1.
Mhm. Six.
1.6. So like this, they'll keep on releasing the versions. Say for instance,
Mm-hmm.
in 1.5, they added one method called add.
Okay.
Okay, in 1.6, right, they identified this method is useless. This
Okay.
method is useless and it's not that much effective. And instead of add, I have written new method add any. They
Okay.
introduced a new method, and this is the replace of add in
Okay.
1.6. In that time, what they will do, whenever they're trying to, if you are trying to use add method in 1.6, what they will do, they will add or I mean the cross line. Basically, they have written a
Okay.
new method instead of add. You can use this one.
Okay.
This is much more effective than the old add.
So they themselves add that new method
Yes,
to
yes,
that.
yes, 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 yes. It's a kind
So
of
wherever they have that old method,
mm,
they'll keep that old method and cross it, and
correct.
then they'll add the new method instead
New
of
method.
that.
Just maybe they have written some new code or new way, effective way,
Mhm.
something like that. That you can able to do yourself also. And I will give another example. Once after this, I will show you how to make this line. You can add your for
Okay.
your method also. So you can override one of
Okay.
your method and you can deprecate it. This is called deprecation.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that way but we can use it, no harm. You can use it at any time, but just they are giving us some suggestion.
So so in this case, this capital query is like commented out, is it?
It's not a
Uh,
commented out. They have introduced a new query instead of that one. You can use it.
so
It's no harm. Nobody will stop you.
no, no, but we are not using that capital query, right? We are using only the small query.
No, this is a variable name, right?
Oh, query, query. Okay, okay, okay.
This is
Got
a
it,
query.
got
You
it.
can give queue.
Hmm. Okay, okay.
This is a queue variable
So
name.
instead of query, what can we use there?
They have introduced some
Uh,
new thing. We need to read that API, their API, the document.
oh, okay, okay,
We need to read the document. Then I mean maybe you'll get clear picture. So here,
okay.
if you add this
Hmm.
annotation, then you will see that horizontal line.
Got it, got it.
Just
That's just a
add this.
version thing.
Yes, yes. Add deprecated, and whenever they're trying to call this method, they will see this horizontal line.
Got it.
You can add for your methods also. When you're overriding any method, just add deprecated, and if they're trying to access that method by using the object, then they will get horizontal line.
Got it. Okay. I get it
Okay.
now.
And when I think we saw the results, right? We got two records, correct? For the student ID, we have two records, so we got 103. We have two students, so we got two records. Okay. Now let
Okay.
me comment out this one. We will see some other example. Now this is the way to write the query. Just we are hard coding the query. The second way to write the query is you no need to write the query. So the database will generate the query for you. So how to write that one?
Okay.
So basically the second way is we have to use the criteria.
Okay.
So here, right, we have a session object, correct?
Mm-hmm.
From the session, if you see here, create criteria. So there is a method is there.
Okay.
Okay. Session dot create criteria and pass the student object from which table you want to retrieve the data.
Okay.
Student dot class. Okay, you will get criteria object.
Okay.
Okay, if you see criteria dot list, what it will do? So it will retrieve all the records without applying any condition. Right now, here I am not applying any condition. Just blindly I am trying to retrieve all the available records from the student table.
Okay.
So this example is like a first query, whatever we have just now we saw, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of similar query without applying any condition. Just blindly I am trying to retrieve all the records from the student table. And inside the student table,
Okay.
right now we have a 6 records. And
Okay.
criteria dot list, you will get the list object and print that results. Let me run it and we will see how many records we will get it. And if you see these results more, we have 2 students, 6 students, one student ID and second student ID,
Yes.
third, fourth, fifth,
Mm. Okay.
sixth. So we are retrieving blindly all the student records without applying any condition.
Okay.
And here we are not writing any query. There is no select from student, nothing. So here just we are using criteria
Okay.
and we are retrieving the results.
Okay.
Okay, now we will see another example how to apply the conditions
Okay.
by using criteria.
Okay.
So here, right, we have a session object, create criteria, and as student class we are passing, and we are getting the criteria object, correct criteria. So if you
Yes.
want to add one of the criterias, that one we used to call as restrictions. So cr dot add. So here we have another inbuilt class restriction dot. So
Mm.
restriction, what is the purpose of this restriction is a class, and inside that we have so many conditions. If you see here, right, see
Okay.
all in between equals or is equal to like in empty. There are so many conditions available.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to apply one condition, so you have to use the restriction class dot equals. So what I'm trying to do here, I want to retrieve all the students address belongs to Bangalore.
Okay.
Student name. So student name is a field which is available in our student class.
Okay.
Sorry, student address, correct? Student
Yes.
address belongs to Bangalore. So that condition I want to apply. So restriction equal to and the database poser class name and corresponding value.
Okay.
And the condition is equal. Student address equal to Bangalore.
Okay.
So this is the way to apply the condition by using the criteria.
Okay. Got it.
So
Mm-hmm.
like that you can able to add n number of condition. If you want to apply another condition, write the same thing and here select the corresponding condition what you want to do. Not empty or whatever like,
Okay.
and give the corresponding column name and corresponding value.
Got it. Okay.
So like that we can able to add n number of conditions. Keep on add the condition and finally call the criteria dot list and you will get the list of records.
Okay.
And you can print it. And let me see with Bangalore how many students is there. With Bangalore 2 students is there, student address.
Okay.
And rest of the students are from Hyderabad. Okay, let me run it and we will see how many records we will get it. So we got 2 students, student ID 103 and address is Bangalore, and student ID also 103 and address is Bangalore.
Okay.
And if you want to add Hyderabad, just you need to change here Hyderabad.
Okay. Got it.
Run it and you will get rest of the 4 records.
Okay.
So you will get 4 records. Went out.
So that cross things are the one which we are talking about earlier, right? The deprecated one.
Mm-hmm.
So that cross will go if we go to window and change our Java version.
Yes, if you go
in
to
it.
the, so if you use 1.6 here, you will get cross. If you go to the 1.5, you will not
Oh,
get cross.
okay, okay,
But
okay,
this is
got it.
not part of JDK. So this, initially
Hmm.
we are downloading the jars, right?
Yes,
So we downloaded jars and we added as part of class path, correct?
yes, yes.
So when we are downloading these jars, so Hibernate people, they have released so many versions.
Okay,
So we need to download a particular version. Which version you want? That is the based on that you can able to control this hyphen. I mean that cross.
okay,
This is
understood,
not
got it.
related to jar. This is related to Hibernate, the jars whatever you downloaded, right? So that we need to take corresponding version. Then you will know. Basically you are you are using latest version.
Okay,
If you
got it.
go for old version, then you will not get this cross.
Uh, okay, okay,
But
I
there is
get it.
no harm and it will not stop you. Just it will
Okay.
be kind of indication and warning. That's all.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, yeah. It'll just cross it, but it'll still work.
But still it will work 100%. It will not give any problem.
Okay, okay, got it.
Otherwise, if people develop 10 years before and after later on 2 years they introduce another version, it should not fail, right?
Yes, yes, that is true. Got it.
Any softwares, right, which is I mean developing the, softwares we have and we have a hardwares. If you take Android every year they are
Hmm.
releasing one version, correct?
Yes, yes.
And
But it will be backwards
yes,
compatible.
they will prefer only backward compatibility is main. They will target only backward compatibility should be there. Means low end
Yes, yes.
mobiles if you take, right, it should work with the lower version also. It should work with higher version also.
Mm. Yeah,
So they will always target with lower version. They don't care about
okay,
what are the version is coming. So it should work. I
got
mean the device
okay,
should fit or the software should fit in any kind of devices. So like
okay,
that,
got it, got
they
it.
will develop any apps. Let's suppose, say for instance, if you are developing any application, app, Android app, right? So that app, I mean, we should not say to the users we have to use high-end JD, I mean, or the Android version. So we should not say to the user, right? Don't use this version. You have to use
Yeah,
only this version. Whenever you are trying to develop your app, so try to use the older version and develop it so that most of the users can able to use it. So that way we need to develop the software so that we should not put any conditions to the users.
got it. Okay,
And
okay.
the another example is so here, right, I am applying more conditions.
Mm-hmm.
First criteria, and I'm getting the criteria. The first condition I'm trying to apply c dot add. So restriction I'm adding. So I'm trying to get course ID is greater than 203.
Okay,
GT means greater than.
got it.
So one condition where course ID greater than 203. So right now how many courses is available? Course ID is greater than 203, 205, 207. Basically we will get all the course IDs are greater than 203, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay, let me add instead of 203, let me add 205. So 205 means greater than 205 means you will get 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay,
These three you will get for this condition.
got it.
For this condition you will get that three courses and we have, yeah, that's all. This is the one main condition. And what is the second condition? C dot add adder. So when you are trying to retrieve the results, so what I'm trying to do, I want the results. Student name should be in descending order.
Okay.
Student name should be in descending order. So descending order means what is the student names here? So you will get three these records, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Greater than 205 means you will get these records. But student name is this one. That student name should be in a descending order.
Okay.
So when you are displaying the records, the student name should be in a descending order. That is one condition. And the second condition is student ID should be in a ascending order.
Okay.
Order, ASC, and student ID. So basically what
Got
we
it.
do, like that you can able to add a number of conditions. Let me add. So these are the records we got, right? So let me copy.
Yeah.
Basically we got how many students?
3,
4
4.
students we got total.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So except 207, 208, 209, 210. So these are the 4 records. One correct, one condition. And second condition, we had given a condition like a student name should be in a descending order. Correct?
Yes.
So T
Mm-hmm.
will come, T, and after that it is coming P. Correct? So it is in descending order.
Yes.
If you say
Yes.
ascending
Yes.
order, P should come first, or after that T should come.
Yes.
So that is the second condition. And what is the third condition we applied? Student ID should be in a ascending order.
Yes.
Where is student ID? Yes, if you see here, it's they are in ascending order, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Basically, they are not
Oh,
in ascending order. Oh, because here you are applying two conditions, correct? First condition is student name must be in ascending order, correct? Descending order.
got it.
So if you
Yes.
apply
Yes.
these two conditions, you will not get proper results. So basically, it will take high priority of this one.
Got it. Okay.
So that way we will get records based on these conditions, and this condition will be ignored indirectly.
Okay.
So this is the way we can able to get the records from the database.
Okay. Okay.
And basically these are very important HQL and criterias.
Hmm. Okay.
And you were asking, right, how to add that deprecation. I will write one simple class. And this deprecation is started from JDK 1.5 onwards. In 1.4 it was not there. So I had to use
Okay.
1.5 JDK, then only I can able to use this feature. JDK 1.4, it is selected 1.4. Let me select 1.5. So you can develop any software using Java, but you have to use JDK 1.5 version. So Hibernate people also they used JDK software and they developed their own framework.
Okay. Okay.
So that's what they can able to use this feature. Okay, now let me write
So now
once.
all
Now what
the
are
other ones are also gone, right?
which one?
Oh, the other cross, all those in that previous one we
Uh-huh.
had some cross, right? The query and all.
Okay.
Is it
Uh-huh.
still crossed?
That will be there. So to use this software, we need a minimum JDK 1.5.
Okay. Okay.
So I have written a new Java project JDK 5, and I selected
Mm-hmm.
JDK 1.5 as a software means version, and
Okay.
here I am trying to write a simple class called student. So let
Okay.
me write not student, calculator. So this is calculator is a method. So here public int add. So this is a new method, one method. So here it will return A plus B, and it will take two parameters, integer A, comma integer B. Okay, it will take
Hmm.
two numbers and it will return this number. So I want to call this method calci. How can I call? I need to create an object, correct?
Yes.
Okay, let me create it. So I can able to call C dot add. I can able to pass 10 comma 30.
Hmm.
Okay, as part of next version, they will take the existing code, correct? They will take as it is the existing code and they will modify, correct?
Yes.
So this is just consider this class, student class, this calc is a 1 point some 1.00.
Hmm.
So this is the version of the software. Now I am developing a new version of software called 1.0, 1.1.0. As part of second
Hmm.
version, I will take the same existing code, and what I will do, I will say this is a deprecated. I don't use this one. Just mark it deprecated. And some of the people, they are trying to use my calculator.
Hmm.
So what you will see here,
Hmm. The cross.
it got crossed. Only they are using
Hmm.
different version of software. That's what they are getting. If you go for older version 1.0.0, so you will not see this. You will not see this annotation.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
Just it is a hint basically.
Okay.
I think we can able to pass some information also here, I guess.
Okay. Will it still be commented? No.
It will be commented. I think, is there any way to pass? It will be commented, yeah. It will be commented always. If you add that annotation, they will get see, they will get some
No, no.
information.
But looks like if we add any information to that annotation, it is
I
not
think
going to be
that will
commented.
not take. There is no such kind of input. See here, the method add
Hmm.
from the type calc is deprecated.
Yes. Yes.
So they have written some new feature. Instead of this add, you can use that one. It's a suggestion.
Got it. Got it.
So that way we can able to deprecate the some of the methods in newer version.
Okay.
So this feature is available only in JDK 1.5.
Got it. Okay.
So I developed this calc, so I can give this is my framework. I can give this my framework to the people. So this one you can say
Okay.
Hibernate.
Okay. 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 Got it.
Now you got
So
it.
this is how, yeah, this is how they developed it.
Yes, yes. You can use Java and you can develop your own framework like Hibernate and you give to the people, and they download your jars from the internet and they will add that jars to your class path,
Got it. Got
and they will call add method. Just they will call your
it.
methods, whatever you are trying to write, they will call that methods. Here also we are calling that session, transaction, session factory, all those methods, correct? So they have written that
Yes.
methods,
Yes.
but we are using it. So how they
Got
have
it.
written that method? By using the Java.
Okay.
So that way we can able to control the versions and APIs.
Okay.
This is clear, right?
Yes, that is good.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So today I will send these two videos, the 7 and 8 video plus this Java
Okay.
files. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
So, can you also show me maybe tomorrow
Mm.
something how we use that complicated queries like join and all those?
Join and all right. Okay, I will give an example. The basic difference is here,
Okay.
right? Right now, so far here
Mm-hmm.
we are dealing with one table, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So here we have to write select star from student, yes, S,
Mm-hmm.
join, and some other table like ABC, A,
Hmm.
and we have to apply the condition on Z dot like that. Okay, anyway, I will give another example. I will create two table
Okay.
and apply the join. So here basically we have to write
Okay.
a query here, and we have to write the query and define the parameters.
Hmm.
How we are going to apply the value? We have to give the value. So tomorrow I will give that
Okay.
example also. I will write
Okay.
two tables. So right now I will take the same example of students, and right now
Mm-hmm.
course ID I will read it from the different table.
Got it. Okay.
So 201 means Java, 205 means Java, 207 means
Mm-hmm.
HTML, 208 means some
Mm.
other course like that I will join.
Got it. Okay. Sure, sure.
You apply course ID and you will get corresponding course name.
Okay. All
So
right.
that
Okay.
is the way we use the join basically. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I will see tomorrow.
Yeah, fine. No
Okay.
problem. Yeah, fine. Yeah, thanks.
All right. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.